Big night for Anton Forsberg. 31 saves, his 6th career NHL shutout, his first one this year. He was excellent start to finish, particularly in the opening 2 periods. Standing by now with Claire Hanna.
Well, Anton, first of all, congrats on the win. Your 6th career shutout, your first of the season. How did that performance feel?
That felt awesome. Obviously, it's been some tough bounces in the last couple of games, so it's good to get a good one here. And it was a team effort all over. Like we're blocking a lot of shots today. We got pressure down, but I thought guys played really good in front of me, like trying to block shots and help me out. So it was great.
It felt like in the first 5 minutes of the game, you faced 8 shots right off the bat, a lot of them tough. How did that help you maybe settle into things?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there wasn't much thinking there. They came out hard, and we figured it out. And after that, we took over that last 10 minutes and won the game that way.
Your first extended road trip of the season. How does it feel to just get the win, but how do you want to continue this momentum?
I mean, obviously, we know our road record wasn't great last year. And we need to start off good here, and I mean it's a road game. You got to play a typical way, and today we found a way to win. It's awesome.
Anton, thank you and congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Anton. It was a flurry of activity around that net, Jamie, in the first period. As Utah came out very strong in this game, could have easily been 1-2, maybe 3-0. But Forsberg had other ideas, made the big saves, and ultimately opened things up for his teammates to take over the rest.
It's all about the timing of the saves. And we talked about Linus Ullmark potentially being almost available. And Forsberg gets his 4th start in a row. And he was rock solid. Utah had 3 quality chances in tight early on where it took a little bit for Anton Forsberg's teammates to get their legs underneath them. So they relied on their goaltender to make a couple big saves. What I loved about his game is it was all about fight. Yes, there were some loose pucks around, but he did not give up on pucks. He did not, if he gave up a rebound, he didn't give up on the play, if anything. And as the game went on, he got some help from his teammates, but it's all about timely saves at the right time for Anton Forsberg, and he was locked in. Utah had a good push again in the second period. They got the goaltender change bump as Ingram was taken out, Vemelka was put in, and Forsberg again kept that 0 up and kept continuing to push. He was at the top of his crease. I liked his mechanics, but I liked his battle in the net, and he, again, good starting goaltenders, they give yourself an opportunity to win the game. They make the saves that they should and a couple that they shouldn't. He did that tonight.
And that allowed his Ottawa Senators to take over as the shots were heavily favoring Utah. 0-0, but then something started to change. 2 goals on 3 shots that opened things up here for Ottawa.
It's all about opportunity. And Nick Jensen does a really good job distributing the puck, kicking it wide, and then a beautiful pass here to Claude Giroux. Elevation, sweet hands in tight. On the power play, it's Ridley Gregg, a quick little snapshot 5-hole on Ingram. And this, we'll call it a favorable bounce. This ends Ingram's night. But it hits Kesselring's hand, drops down off the right pad, and Brady Tkachuk hammers it home. It is a 4-goal outburst, but all of that doesn't happen if Anton Forsberg doesn't stand on his head the first 8 or 9 minutes of that period. They don't settle into the game and get those offensive chances.
Well, Nick Jensen has been great so far in his time in Ottawa, great on the back end, but showed us something new here. He set up the first 2 goals.
Well-rounded. That's what I like about Nick Jensen. He comes in, he settled down his partner in Thomas Chabot, but defensively, it's about winning loose puck battles. It's about being strong, and Nick Jensen is a good, strong defenseman, but underrated offensively, and it's taking what they give him. Jumps into the play, distributes the puck. The Drake Batherson goal on the back door elevates it. And Jensen all night long, to me, was handling the puck very well, trying to create some chances using his teammates. This is good anticipation play through the middle of the ice. Beautiful pass to Giroux. Giroux does the best for the rest to find the back of the net. But Jensen has that veteran-savvy presence that has helped his team help stabilize the back end in the absence, mind you, and Artem Zub is not here. So Jensen slides up. He plays in all the critical areas.
Well, it was a historic night for TSN, a historic night in the NHL as the first ever Canadian team played an NHL game in Utah, but not the first game that you played in this great state. You've played for not one, but two teams here, including the Golden Eagles and the Grizzlies in various different leagues. So take us through what it means to you to be back in your old stomping ground here, Noodles.
It has been 30 years, but to be honest, being in this building, they've got a great fan base. It's passionate here. You can tell right away that Utah coming in, they've got a new owner who's really committed to try and building a winning program here. But for me playing in the minors here, it was an awesome city. It was an awesome experience, as you mentioned, with the Utah Grizzlies and with the Salt Lake City Golden Eagles.
Right.
But I loved my 2 tours of duty here. It was great. Some familiar faces and a lot of new faces, but we did mention
few old fans.
Few old fans. There was one that came up and said hello, but it was really cool. It was nice to be here, and I think the league, and even talking to people that are in the organization here today, it's almost like a breath of fresh air. What they went through in Arizona, now coming to Utah, where they're really well accepted. Real great setup here.
Well, a great night in Utah for the Ottawa Senators. They're not only the first Canadian team to drop the puck in the NHL here, they're the first Canadian team to win, and they do so 4-0 on this Tuesday night. 31 saves from Anton Forsberg, and his teammates do the rest with a flurry of goals for them in the first period. Good night from Salt Lake City.